This is a Chinese tallow tree. These things grow like weeds all throughout southeast Texas here. They're kind of a pain and a nuisance, but they're really good for the bees. A buddy of mine pointed out that they're in bloom right now. You can see the little tassels here. That's where the bees get the nectar and pollen. And I even give a little sniff, and you can smell the nectar on it. It's a little overcast today. Not the best conditions for getting into the hives, but with the Chinese tallow in bloom, I've got to get some honey supers onto these hives. So I'm going to be doing an inspection on every hive, going frame by frame, mainly looking for swarm cells. Make sure they're not ready to swarm, because I know that a couple of these hives are packed full of bees, because I've been a little too busy to put a second deep onto them. If I find any swarm cells, or if I find any hives that are real strong, I'm hoping to make a couple splits today, as well as putting the honey supers on the hives. So here's one of my new queens. She's a little darker than the others. It wasn't as easy to spot her, so I caught her, clipped her, and I marked her. And the color for this year's yellow, so I gave her a little yellow dot. Now this is probably my grumpiest hive. This hive swarmed, and the original queen from that hive is now in this hive. So I'm hoping this new queen that hatched out, even though she's from the same bloodline, I'm hoping things will calm down a little now that this thing's packed full of eggs, brood, and larvae. Once they start hatching out and the population starts getting swapped out for the new bees, hopefully they calm down a little. Plus, it's kind of shady where they are. This is covered by all the trees and everything here, and I'm probably going to end up moving this hive out here more to the sun, and hopefully that'll help with their attitude also. And I find a lot more hive beetles in the hives that are in the shade, so that's another reason I'm going to end up moving this hive. All right, I'm going to go ahead and reintroduce her into the hive. There we go. Come on. There she goes. Right down in there. All right, another thing I did here was, you can see these two new frames here. These are plasticell, and they weren't really drawing them out because they were on the outside of the box. So the frames on the outside of the box are usually honey. So I took the plasticell frames and I put them in between two honey frames on the outside, hoping that they'll start drawing those out. That way I'll have a full 10 frame box.